This is just one American citizen's testimony on COVID-19, the vaccine. I am a retired and part-time self-employed professional, wearing pajamas, making a videotape in my own home. Today is Wednesday, March 31st. Here's where I stand. After having allergy testing to determine whether I was allergic to PEG or polysorbate 80, which is pretty much the same thing as PEG, and discovering that all my skin tests were negative, I'm now faced with the decision whether to get the Pfizer, the Moderna, the J&J, or none of the above. I had a Moderna scheduled for this afternoon, and I've attempted to cancel it, but I can't seem to get through, and the communication with the medical facility in charge of dispensing Moderna in my locale is so compartmentalized that nobody knows who does what. I tried to call. The girl that answered the phone last night didn't have any record that I had signed up for a vaccine, even though here's my proof with the little seal, the little thing. This is my proof that I actually had scheduled it. So when I emailed them to inquire into how one goes about canceling, apparently somebody canceled me without telling me that they did. So don't ask if you can cancel because they'll assume you want to, I guess is the conclusion to draw in that case. The Pfizer appointment is scheduled for Good Friday at 5:15 at a local drugstore. I might have mastocytosis, which is a syndrome involving the mast cells. And there haven't been enough studies on mast cell patients, because there are so few of us, to determine whether the vaccine is safe for us. But the allergist told me that I should get the vaccine, that the consensus as of today is that people with supposed mast cell disease, as well as those who actually know that they have it, are safe to get the vaccine. If you had a syndrome that involved a reaction called anaphylaxis, how would you feel about that advice? The advice is to simply take Zyrtec an hour before you get the vaccine administered and hope for the best. And my third consideration is this whole underground conspiracy theory that supports the belief that these vaccines aren't just containing a spike protein to COVID-19. Rather that they contain any number of other agents by whose means access to the body, tracking devices, nanoparticles that are electromagnetic and can enable us to be tracked. And those who believe in that conspiracy theory are not at all surprised to hear that we will not be able to get passports unless we can prove that we've been vaccinated, which is what my friend, the biggest proponent of that theory, suggested would happen when he was standing on my front porch months ago. And now it's coming true. So I've got that consideration too, because as I said in a previous video, I have friends from both ends of the spectrum, swinging wide from one end to the other. So signing up to get the vaccine for somebody like me is not a simple thing. Do I think I'm special, exceptional, better than you? Jealous women might say that, but they have their own problems. I'm just thorough. I dig deeply. I research to the nth degree in an attempt to get at the facts. That's my nature. I've always been like that. My father was like that too. He lived to be 95 and a half, and he was a viable, healthy, lucid human until he was 94. He was still giving haircuts in the kitchen at the age of 92, 93. Some of us inherit tendencies. I inherited that one. Now, you can be jealous, you can hate on me, you can, lie about me, you can malign me to other people, you can laugh, you can deride me, you can make sure your friends watch this video so that you can all sit around and be stupid, and laugh. That won't change me at all. I will continue to be who I am. And that's where I stand on this whole issue. I can't prove anything. But what's at stake here? My personal health. Whether I want an agent injected into my body that's going to track me or going to harm me. Antibody-dependent enhancement is a real thing. The dengue fever vaccine ended up causing worse cases of dengue fever because it created antibody-dependent enhancement, and the virus attacked the body more virulently after the vaccine was administered. Nobody can say with certainty that that isn't going to happen again with any vaccine. But it has happened in the past with vaccine formulations. It's called ADE. Look it up. Antibody-dependent enhancement. Dr. Sherry Tenpenny, who is one of the conspiracy theorists, big proponents and advocates and gurus, is all over BitChute declaring that ADE is a very real thing and that it's something to be concerned about. It's called the Trojan horse phenomenon. So she talks about that. And in all my digging, I have yet to find the definitive refutation, only the suggestion that if ADE was going to happen with the Pfizer or the Moderna or the J&J, it would have happened already and people would have been dying. Which leads to the whole question of reporting. VAERS is the site where you report adverse vaccine reactions. Not all of them are being reported, and the ones that are being reported, you have to look through them and scroll through them yourself to make your own determination as to what caused their deaths. Remember, the official word on anything is now officially corrupted. In most cases. We know this, don't we? So that's where I stand. Just in case you think I'm the crazy, hyper-anxious, female, hysteric. No. The conclusions I draw, or the lack thereof, are based in research, reading, cross-referencing, reflecting, contemplating, ruminating, and concluding. Thank you for viewing my testimony.